There comes a moment in every person's life when the noise of the world becomes too loud to think. A moment when you feel the need to step back, not because you're weak, but because you're evolving. Growth rarely happens in the spotlight. It unfolds in silence, in solitude, and in stillness. This is where strength is reborn. This is where the next version of you begins to form. This is the moment you decide to disappear and return stronger. Life moves quickly, sometimes too quickly for us to catch our breath. And when everything feels rushed, pressured, and overwhelming, stepping away becomes necessary. Not to quit, but to reset. Not to hide, but to prepare. Because the strongest comebacks are built in the quiet, in the background, away from the chaos that once distracted you. There are days you feel like you've given everything and gained nothing. When your efforts feel invisible, your progress unnoticed. But these moments aren't signs that you're failing. They're signals calling you inward. A reminder that real transformation happens when you face yourself, when you slow down enough to listen to your own soul, and choose to rise again. Sometimes disappearing means physically stepping away. Sometimes it means mentally shutting out the noise. Other times it's emotional detachment from people who drain your energy. Whatever form it takes, stepping away is not abandonment, it's alignment. It's choosing yourself over every distraction. It's the first step toward coming back unstoppable. The world may not understand your absence. People may question your silence. But transformation doesn't require explanation. It requires intention, commitment, and courage. And in this journey, every step into solitude becomes a step toward strength, toward clarity, toward rebirth. Your first step in disappearing is reflection. You must understand what brought you to this moment. What exhausted you? What drained you? What broke you? Writing your truth on paper becomes an act of release. You empty the chaos inside so clarity can take its place. This is how your transformation quietly begins. Honesty with yourself is the hardest form of honesty. It forces you to confront the parts of your life you've avoided. But facing them is not weakness, it's strength. It's choosing growth over comfort, choosing truth over denial, and choosing the person you want to become over the person you used to be. Once you've emptied your old thoughts, space opens for new ambition. You realize you cannot build a new life with the same mindset that broke the old one. You need new beliefs, new habits, new discipline. And that process begins the moment you decide, I'm ready to disappear into improvement. To disappear is to disconnect from distractions. The world constantly pulls you in every direction. Notifications, opinions, expectations. But none of these things help you grow. They only keep you busy, not better. You reclaim your time by reclaiming your focus. Silence becomes your new strategy. You'll feel the weight of being alone with your thoughts. But slowly, you will discover peace in the quiet. You will hear your intuition again. You will reconnect with a voice you lost while trying to please everyone. And that voice will guide you toward strength. Another part of disappearing is feeding your mind. Learning becomes your new weapon. Books, knowledge, ideas, they plant seeds of greatness inside you. You study not to impress others, but to improve yourself. Because the comeback you're preparing for requires a smarter, wiser version of you. One that cannot be shaken by ignorance or doubt. Your body becomes part of your transformation. Physical discipline teaches mental discipline. Every step, every breath, every drop of sweat builds resilience. And resilience is the foundation of strength. You train to master yourself, not to impress anyone else. This is your silent preparation. Slowly, your days gain structure. Consistency becomes your new identity. You stop chasing motivation and start relying on discipline. Because disappearing is not escaping, it's restructuring. Rebuilding your life with intention and routine. Turning every day into a brick for your comeback. Strength doesn't grow when life is easy. It grows when you push yourself through discomfort. When you choose progress over excuses. Every moment you force yourself forward, you rise above your old self. You become stronger mentally, physically, and emotionally. Your comeback body begins here. Mental calm is the hidden superpower of winners. In silence, you learn to control your thoughts. You learn to observe your emotions without letting them control you. Meditation becomes a tool for inner strength. It builds patience, clarity, and awareness, qualities that fuel an unstoppable comeback. Your environment shapes your energy. Clutter equals chaos. Old items carry old memories, old fears, and old versions of you. By cleaning your space, you clean your mind. By removing what no longer serves you, you welcome what will. This is physical and emotional reset in one. Disappearing also means getting organized. You cannot come back stronger without a blueprint. So you write your goals with clarity and purpose. You turn dreams into actionable steps. You break them down into daily, weekly, monthly targets. And now, you have direction, and direction is power. Your comeback requires energy. And energy comes from what you feed your body. Food becomes fuel, not comfort. You cut out old habits and nourish yourself with intention. This fuels your mind, your training, your discipline. A stronger body leads to a stronger you. In the quiet moments, you start to understand yourself deeply. You realize the power of solitude. You no longer fear being alone. You appreciate it. Solitude becomes a sanctuary where you recharge, where you gain insight, perspective, and inner peace, where your comeback quietly brews. By now, your new life is forming. Your habits sharpen your discipline. Your routines strengthen your identity. You're no longer who you were. You're slowly becoming the version of yourself you always knew you could be. The comeback is starting to take shape. When you disappear, the world tries to pull you back. Old habits, old people, old patterns, they all resurface. But you resist, because you now understand. Every distraction is a delay. Every temptation is a trap. And your mission is too important to be interrupted. Silence becomes addictive. For the first time, you're not available to everyone, and it feels liberating. You realize how much energy you wasted trying to stay connected. Now you protect your peace. You choose who gets access to your time. You choose yourself first. Your disappearance isn't laziness, it's mastery. You work on your craft behind the scenes. You practice daily, slowly sharpening your abilities. The world will one day be shocked at how skilled you become. But they won't see the hours of effort. They will only see the results. That's the beauty of disappearing. Learning becomes your obsession. You absorb knowledge from every source possible. You study the greats, the successful, the disciplined. Their wisdom becomes your foundation. Their mistakes become your lessons. You prepare yourself for a leap that will shock your former life. Nobody sees the hours you're putting in. Nobody sees the effort, the grind, the sweat. But that's exactly how you want it. Your progress is private. Your struggles are unseen. Your comeback will be loud because your preparation was silent. You eliminate every excuse. If something blocks your growth, you remove it. If someone drains you, you create distance. If a habit weakens you, you break it. Your disappearance becomes a purification, a cleansing of everything that held you back. Early mornings become your advantage. While the world sleeps, you rise. You work quietly while others rest loudly. This simple shift changes everything. It gives you time, focus, clarity, and momentum. Sunrise becomes a symbol of your rebirth. Progress becomes visible. You begin to see the results of your consistency. Your confidence grows silently. You start believing again, not because someone encouraged you, but because you prove yourself. Achievement becomes addictive, and the comeback grows stronger every day. You're not the same person anymore. You look different. You think different. You carry yourself with purpose. Silence has reshaped you. Solitude has rebuilt you. Discipline has upgraded you. This is the moment where you realize the disappearance phase was necessary. You needed the isolation. You needed the silence. You needed every moment of discomfort and growth, because it is shaping the strongest version of you. And the world has no idea what's coming next. Rebirth begins quietly. You don't even notice it at first. Your reactions change. Your thoughts sharpen. You start choosing peace over chaos, growth over comfort. Your energy shifts. Your mind becomes clearer. You begin transforming from the inside out. There's something about storms that cleanse the soul. They remind you that darkness passes and clarity follows. This is your internal storm clearing out old patterns and beliefs. You let go of what you can't control. You stop resisting change, and you welcome the new version of yourself. Your journaling shifts from pain to purpose. You start writing from a place of hope rather than hurt. Your words reflect growth, clarity, and power. You finally understand your journey had meaning. Everything you endured shaped you. You realize your future is becoming brighter. Confidence appears, not loudly, but naturally. You stop doubting yourself. You see strength where you once saw weakness. Your reflection now represents resilience. You begin feeling worthy of success, love, discipline, and greatness. Your rebirth becomes visible. Part of rebirth is letting go. You don't hate your past, but you don't live in it anymore. You release people who held you back. You release habits that weakened you. You release wounds you carried for too long. You free yourself for your next chapter. Your mornings feel lighter now. Where anxiety once lived, peace now settles. You wake up with intention, not dread. You appreciate small moments, warmth, silence, breath. These quiet beginnings shape your greater transformation. Your rebirth takes root in these simple rituals. Your mornings feel lighter now. Where anxiety once lived, peace now settles. You wake up with intention, not dread. You appreciate small moments, warmth, silence, breath. These quiet beginnings shape your greater transformation. Your rebirth takes root in these simple rituals. Your mind becomes your greatest strength. You absorb knowledge like your life depends on it. You build mental foundations for your comeback. Every page reshapes your thinking. Every insight strengthens your purpose. Your rebirth is intellectual as much as emotional progress becomes visible in small ways. Your space looks better. Your habits become healthier. Your attitude more disciplined. These tiny improvements compound into massive change. Every small win contributes to your rebirth. Nature becomes your grounding force. It reminds you of growth, cycles, rebirth. You feel connected to something bigger than your struggles. This connection brings clarity and healing. You breathe deeper. You think clearer. You return to your passions with renewed fire. You rediscover what brings you joy. You channel your energy into creation instead of frustration. Your talent sharpens. Your passion blooms. Your purpose resurfaces. Your physical rebirth is undeniable. You see change in the mirror that reflects change in your mind. You feel stronger, healthier, more alive. This is more than fitness. This is transformation. You earn this through discipline, not luck. And every new muscle represents resilience. You learn to control your emotions instead of letting them control you. Your rebirth gives you emotional intelligence. You react slower and think deeper. Situations that once triggered you now barely affect you. This emotional mastery becomes one of your greatest strengths. Power is calm. Healing is no longer painful. It becomes empowering. You don't regret the past. You're grateful for the lessons. The old version of you dies quietly. The new version rises confidently. Rebirth is acceptance, not avoidance. Growth becomes addictive. You hunger for improvement. You crave challenges that once intimidated you. Your mind expands faster than before. Your potential becomes limitless. This learning phase strengthens your rebirth. Your environment now reflects your future, not your past. Everything around you supports focus and ambition. You feel lighter, clearer, more in control. You've built a space that fuels your transformation. Your surroundings elevate your mindset. Rebirth happens here. You begin carrying yourself differently. Your walk changes. Your posture shifts. People sense something new about you. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment. You are finally becoming who you were meant to be. Nighttime reflection becomes powerful. You think about how far you've come. You appreciate the growth others didn't see. You understand your journey is sacred. Your solitude was necessary. Your rebirth is undeniable. Rebirth brings clarity about the future. You now see what you truly want and what no longer matters. You plan not from fear, but from ambition. You want more because you've become more. Your future is no longer vague. It's designed with purpose. Joy begins returning to you. You feel lighter, happier, more alive. This happiness isn't dependent on anyone. It comes from within. You rediscover the version of you that existed before the pain, and an even stronger version forms now. This joy is a sign of rebirth. Your mornings become rituals of strength. Wake, stretch, breathe. This rhythm anchors you. Your rebirth thrives on consistency. Every sunrise becomes a fresh start. You no longer wake up tired. You wake up determined. Gratitude transforms your perception. You stop focusing on what you lost and start appreciating what you gained. You acknowledge everything you survived. Every challenge shaped your new resilience. Gratitude fuels your happiness. It anchors your rebirth. You now protect your energy fiercely. You say no without guilt. You walk away from toxicity without hesitation. You prioritize your goals over temporary pleasures. Your time becomes valuable. This discipline strengthens your rebirth. Your identity is reborn. Your mindset is new. Your purpose is clear. Your energy is powerful. You're ready for your comeback. This phase marks the rise of the strongest version of you. The rebirth phase is complete. You've rebuilt your discipline, your mindset, your strength. You've crafted the foundation for greatness. Now it's time to step back into the world. Not as who you were, but as who you become. The comeback begins now. This is where everything changes. You've rebuilt yourself in silence, and now the world will meet a version of you that didn't exist before. Your movements are intentional, your thoughts sharper, your energy unstoppable. No hesitation, no doubt, no fear. You're stepping into your comeback era, and this time, you own every step. You return to your mission with clarity. No clutter in your space, no confusion in your mind. You know exactly what you need to do, and you're fully prepared to execute. The work that once overwhelmed you now motivates you. This is the advantage of disappearing. Preparation became your power. Now, everything feels possible. People will notice before you say a single word. Your energy speaks. Your confidence speaks. Your discipline speaks. They won't know what you did in silence, but they'll feel the results. Your comeback doesn't need an announcement. It announces itself. Where you once struggled, you now dominate. Your mind is sharper, your focus unbreakable. Distractions no longer control you. You control your environment. You've mastered consistency, and consistency became your superpower. Your productivity shocks even you. This is what a rebuilt mind can accomplish. Your physical comeback is undeniable. You're stronger, fitter, and more disciplined. Every rep reflects the inner battles you've already won. Your body now matches your mindset. Resilient, powerful, unstoppable. You trained in silence. Now your results make the noise. This is the physical proof of your transformation. Your communication changes. You no longer speak from insecurity. You speak from awareness. You don't chase validation. You project confidence. People feel your presence differently now. Your words carry weight because they come from clarity. Your comeback includes a stronger voice. Your vision grows. You're no longer thinking small or dreaming safely. You're aiming higher than ever. Your confidence fuels your ambition. You know you're capable of more because you've proven it to yourself. Limits fall. Potential rises. Challenges that once crushed you don't shake you anymore. You confront them with strength and clarity. Your mind is too disciplined to break, too focused to panic. This is what rebirth creates, courage. You're no longer scared of life. You're prepared for it. Every challenge now becomes an opportunity. People will talk. They always do. But this time you don't care. Your self-worth no longer depends on opinions. Your silence taught you whose voices matter and whose don't. You walk with confidence because you finally walk for yourself. The comeback is personal, not public. Your decision-making becomes sharper. You don't act from impulse. You act from intention. Every choice supports your goals and protects your energy. Your priorities align with your vision. You're building your future brick by brick. This is how strong comebacks are made. You no longer allow chaos into your life. If someone drains you, they lose access. If something distracts you, it gets removed. Your peace is the price of your comeback, and you protect it fiercely. You've learned that not everyone deserves proximity. This is emotional strength at its finest. Your skill level skyrockets. Every hour you spent improving in silence now shows. Your dedication separates you from the average. People wonder how you got so good so quickly, but only you know about the quiet nights and early mornings. Your comeback is built on mastery. Opportunities come when you grow into the person who deserves them. You attract what aligns with your discipline and ambition. Your energy draws success. Your mindset magnetizes progress. This isn't luck, it's preparation meeting the right moment. Your comeback becomes visible to the world. People recognize the new you, but you stay centered. You don't let praise distract you or let ego rise. You know your journey is far from over. Your silence taught you humility. Your growth taught you purpose. And you continue forward without losing focus. You begin to realize that the comeback is not just external, it's internal. You've built peace. You've built strength. You've built discipline. You've built resilience. And now, life feels different because you are different. Even setbacks don't derail you anymore. You've trained your mind to adapt, not collapse. You respond with strategy, not emotion. You know growth comes through resistance. Your comeback is stronger than any obstacle. Nothing can stop you now. You've become relentless. Success isn't a wish anymore. It's a lifestyle. You've unlocked a level of discipline most people never reach. Your consistency is your superpower. Every late night, every focused hour is fuel for your comeback. Greatness is built here. The results of your silence begin to show. You're achieving things you once thought were impossible. You're outperforming your old self every day. Your comeback becomes undeniable. Your transformation inspires those around you. This is the power of disappearing to grow. You remember the person you used to be. Lost, tired, confused, overwhelmed. Now look at you, rebuilt, renewed, unstoppable. Your past didn't break you. It shaped you. Your struggle became your strength. Your comeback became your story. You now walk with certainty, not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. You earned this version of yourself. You built it with patience, discipline, and faith. The world can feel your new energy. You are unstoppable. This moment symbolizes your rebirth. The world looks different from where you stand now. You see possibilities where you once saw limits. You see potential where you once saw fear. Your comeback has elevated you. This is your new beginning. You're no longer running from your past. You're walking into your future. You've left behind the noise, the doubt, the old version of yourself. Your path forward is clear. Your mission is unstoppable. Everything you went through prepared you for this moment. This is your evolution. You are not the same. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are more disciplined, more focused, more powerful. Your comeback is not temporary. It's permanent. This is the strongest version of you ever created. You move forward now with unstoppable momentum. Nothing can slow you down, not doubt, not fear, not failure. You've built a foundation too strong to break. Your comeback is fueled by purpose. You're no longer hoping for greatness. You're creating it. Step by step, day by day. You disappeared to find yourself. And you came back unrecognizable, stronger, wiser, fiercer. This is your transformation. This is your evolution. This is your comeback story. And the world has no choice but to notice your rise.